This video is literally going to change your life if you practice these methods for the next 30 days, maybe even for the next 60 to 90 days. But it requires a deep commitment, my friend, a deep, deep devotion, not only to yourself, but to the process. So if you're up for that, and if you're willing to take this journey, I promise you, your life is going to be radically transformed.
Yes, so in today's video, we're going to give you 6 practical ways that you can manifest your dream life. If you're new here, my name is Jessie.
And my name is Bee.
And we help heal women from the inside out through breath, energy work, and conscious coaching. If that sounds like you're in the right place, then hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for the rest of the video.
So let's get started with step 1. And by the way, we've done all of these steps, so they're tried and true. They work.
And we're not asking you to do anything that we wouldn't do ourselves.
Absolutely. So let's get started. Step 1 is probably one of my most favorite things. I do it very frequently, actually. Write out, handwrite, your dream life, your ideal life in great detail, as detailed as you can get it, in present or past tense. Now that's super important to write it in that sort of tense and not in the future. Like, I will be living in this house on the beach. It's no, I have this house on the beach. Or I'm so grateful that I've manifested this house on the beach. I'm so grateful that I get to drive in my driveway, this house on the beach. Whatever that is, present or past tense, not future, because that signals to your subconscious brain it's not happening right now. That's the key. The subconscious brain does not know what has yet to happen and what's already happened. So if you can sort of trick your mind, trick your subconscious that, hey, I already have this house on the beach, it doesn't know the difference.
Right. And I also want to add to this, think about when you're writing, like think about all of your senses, right? We're talking like that much detail. What are you smelling? What are you seeing? What are you tasting? What does something feel like? Really get into the nitty-gritty details of what you're trying to call in. And it's really important. I think it's like so much more powerful. We live in a day and age where you can get in the notes of your phone and like type all this out or use like ChatGPT or something like that. Strongly encourage you, pen to paper is where it's at. That's where the magic truly happens.
Yeah. And if you're someone that it's really tough to get into the details, like I kind of used to be like that. It was really tough for me to get into specifics. That's okay. Just get into as much detail as you can. The most important thing actually in this process is for you to bring on the feelings of what that feels like. So if you don't know exactly where you want your home, maybe you want it on the beach, maybe you want it in the mountains, maybe in the forest, you don't really know, that's okay. You don't have to know. But what you should get clear on is what is that feeling that it's bringing up for you. Because sometimes we think, oh, I want a house here. Oh, I want to live here. But in reality, as you know, your life unfolds, it doesn't turn out that way, and our desires shift. And it's like, oh wow, I used to want to live in New York City. Brianna today would
Absolutely
never want to live in New York City. Like, oh my gosh, but that feeling of, oh my God, freedom and fun, and I'm out doing things. Now B today is manifesting to go back to Florida because I get that same feeling. So it doesn't exactly, it doesn't matter exactly where that thing is, just the feeling of it.
Right. So that brings us to the step number 2, which is kind of amplifying part 1, right? Yeah. So now we want to visualize, right? And I feel like the most powerful time to do this, I do a lot of visualization on my walks in the morning about my dream life, what I'm calling in, what I'm manifesting. And then when you're moving, you're also accelerating that manifestation when you're in a state of moving, propelling yourself forward. And then it's also really powerful to do that visualization at night before you go to bed, and then you're going to sleep and you're in this other realm, right?
Yeah. What she's talking about is the trance state. And that's like the deep like theta state. if we're talking about brainwaves. So it's that state where you can get into like when you're waking up, right before you're going to sleep, and sometimes during hypnosis or meditation. So yeah, visualize with as much detail as you can. You know, in my current routine, my mornings are I'm seeing myself like get into my dream car, my G-Wagon, and I'm seeing, you know, what color, what does it smell like, what does it look like inside. Like I'm creating all of those details in my mind, and I'm going over it every day, kind of seeing it at like a movie in your mind. That's a good way to look at it.
Love that.
Okay, so step number 3, writing down and saying out loud, even reading affirmations that support this dream life that you're cultivating. So some of those could be, you know, like, I don't know, maybe a sentence like just going back to that house on the beach, like, I'm so grateful for my mansion on the beach. But also go a little bit deeper. I am worthy. I am unconditional love. I am deserving of all of my desires in this lifetime.
So writing those down, I think it's also powerful too to read those every morning as well. So like when you create this list of affirmations, and it could be an ongoing list that you're contributing to every single day for the next 30 days, or it could be a set list that you feel really good about, that feels really super aligned. But reading those every single day.
Yeah. Bonus points if you're reading them out loud in the mirror to yourself.
Oh yeah, mirror affirmations, that's like next level. That's a next level step.
Yeah. And if you're interested in going deeper with affirmations, like affirmations are really your thing, we have an amazing 21-day self-love challenge in our school community. So the link is below, and you will get, what is it, like maybe there's 21 affirmations actually.
There is. It's 21 mirror affirmations. There are journal prompts. You get activation, so like breath work, meditation. It's a whole, and then you also get the community aspect as well.
Right. So
support.
That might be your thing. Why affirmations are so important is because it's the repetition actually. The conscious mind only controls 5%. 5%, that's it. So think about how important it is to rewire your subconscious so that you can actually like see the change in your reality. Because if you're just consciously like, okay, yeah, like I think I love myself, okay, yeah, I deserve that, you say that once or twice, for most of us it's not really going to stick because of all of the programming that we've gotten as children, and that is what created our subconscious mind. We need to update that, so that requires repetition, like 30 days at least.
Right, which I think what's the age range, like
0 to 8.
To 8, okay, yeah, is
7 or 8.
Right, the most crucial time where all of those programs are getting implemented in your mind.
Yeah, you're like a sponge. You are soaking it all up. You're just totally being molded within the first 8 years of your life. So
right, which brings us to number 4, which is my favorite step, is aligned action. So like a lot of people think like, oh, I can just like visualize and write and like think about it and it's just gonna fall in my lap. Like that's not true. The cheat code truly is taking aligned action steps to make this manifestation possible. Yeah. And something that I help my clients with is writing down 21 aligned action steps for the goal. So it kind of breaks you have this big goal in mind, but when you break it down into a smaller little bite-sized things that you can do and achieve and check off every day, and that's like a little dopamine hit too when you're checking it off.
Yeah.
It's much more digestible and it feels more achievable.
I'm just thinking of like, you know, there are big aligned actions to take, you know, like starting the business, asking the person out, like whatever that is, but also like Jessie was saying, the smaller steps. So it could be, I'm feeling the intuitive call to like go to that networking event. So I'm going to go, I'm going to show up, or I'm feeling the intuitive call to meditate. That's an action step. Meditating is an action step. Okay, I'm going to do that because maybe there's a download for me. Maybe I need to just, clear my mind. Whatever those little things, the big things, you're following your intuition and you're going for it. You're not just sitting, waiting for someone to knock on your door saying, "Here's $1 million. Here you go. Go out and live your life." Like, I
That would
wish,
be awesome, but yeah.
that's not going to happen, baby. You got to go out there and do it yourself, because you know why? It's going to feel so much more fulfilling when you go out and you do it all yourself. And of course, it's not all you, right? Like, you're going to have a team, support, this person, that person. Like, there are going to be resources there to support you. It's so much more fulfilling when we do it in that way versus when someone just hands it to us.
Right, because you're building something like brick by brick, and like it's just so much more powerful and fulfilling in that way.
Yeah.
So number 5, gratitude. Gratitude is everything. I think that's like a really huge piece to all of this as well. And it's something that, again, in my morning routine, when I'm on my walk, like after I do my visualizations in the morning, I'm just giving so much thanks and gratitude for everything I have, everything that's coming to the universe.
Yeah, and I was on a call earlier this morning, and one of my mentors was saying, gratitude is not a list. It's not just some list that you write down. Okay, here's 5 things, here's 10 things I'm grateful for. Awesome. No, it's like a full body experience. It's a full body opening feeling that you're just connected with the here and now. You can be grateful for, your current reality and, like Jess said, what's coming to you. But the key is to really practice gratitude for where you're at. Find little things, find big things, anywhere in between. Stuff that you already have right now. They could be obviously inanimate objects. They could be stuff that you've already cultivated within. Because if you're watching this video, you've probably already are on your healing journey. You're doing the work already. So there have been transformations, awakenings that you've already undergone. Be grateful for that. Sometimes I think it's really easy to get lost in this healing journey and to think, oh my gosh, like see, where you want to get and see where you're at and how big that gap is and how far away it feels. And it can be really easy to get lost in that and to feel like, oh, it's not enough. Oh, it's not enough, which goes back to like a deeper subconscious belief that you're not enough. So rewire that, and also practice gratitude for what you have right now, because that opens you up to infinite possibilities.
That brings us to number 6, our 6th step, which is believing it. Believing that it's happening, that whatever you're manifesting and creating and visualizing, it's already done. It's already done. It's happening for you right here and right now.
Yeah. That's 100% true, because there is a version of you. Think about this for a moment. There is a version of you in another timeline that's actually not so far off, that is already living this ideal dream life that you're tapping into. How cool is that? So literally, it is already done. The work that you're doing each and every day is just bringing her back into your current reality so that those timelines morph together. So really, you're just merging those timelines, which is super, super cool. So you're just believing and allowing the process to happen through you.
Quick recap of the 6 steps that we've gone over so far. So the first one is the writing out portion. Okay.
In present and past tense or past tense.
Right. Number 2 is visualization. So like implementing that into your morning or your evening routine or wherever it feels good for you to do that. Number 3 is writing down the affirmations that support your manifestation, right? Number 4 is aligned action. 5 is gratitude, practicing that gratitude, the full body feeling. It's really, like B said, it's really great to, write down 4 or 5 or 10 things that you're grateful for every day, but like really like feeling it totally in your body, a full body effect. And number 6, the final step, is believing it. believing it and knowing that it's already happening for you.
Yeah. And, so like we said, practicing this for bare minimum 30 days. Watch how your life shifts.
And tell us in the comments what you're manifesting. Tell us what you're trying to manifest.
Yeah.
Tell us what your experience is. Come back to this video in 30 days from now and let us know what you have experienced, how you have leveled up, because I guarantee you, you're going to level up. It's inevitable.
Oh, yeah. And just think, if you do it for 60 days, 90 days, even more transformation will happen. Guaranteed. It's a done deal. And if you want to go deeper, get more personalized in all of these steps and more, schedule with us in that Calendly link below. We'd love to support you on your manifestation journey. As always, take what you need, leave the rest, and go love yourself.